The reason that your content sounds like everybody else's is because you've been making it with your head. Now the problem with that is your head can only imitate and copy what other people are doing. It looks for patterns, it looks for structures, it looks for ways that you can do the exact same thing as other people. Now, where you need to look is somewhere that many people don't tell you about. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how that changed for me, what I'm doing differently now, and how that's impacted how I deliver my content. A couple of videos ago, I told you what was keeping you stuck, and I'll link that below. And we were talking about fear, and the fear to go and be yourself because it puts you at risk on a personal level, rather than just sharing tips and top fives and carousels and all of this other stuff that we see everywhere. It's actually sharing a little bit of vulnerability from the journey that you've been on. But that's actually your biggest strength. Since I stopped trying to be professional and sound like the guy who's got everything figured out and getting everybody to know 50k a month like it looks like all over LinkedIn, something's really changed in the way that I show up. It's made my content creation easier because I don't have to think so much about it. But it's also because I'm moving with a different piece of my body. And instead of using my mind all the time to come up with my ideas, I'm listening to what my heart and my feelings are telling me is important to share, and I'm putting that out there instead. And since I've been doing that, some really interesting things have started to happen, not only in my business and in my content, but in my world in general as a whole. And I know you're probably thinking, why is he telling me about heart on a business channel? But these things are super important to how you progress. And often the thing that's keeping you stuck is more related to this than it is another strategy, playbook, like we've mentioned earlier, because these are all things of the mind. The only way that you can create something truly unique and that is you and makes you that one person out of 8 billion, which is who you are, is by listening to that. Now, when I used to listen to my head all the time, what I would do is I would start obsessing about the title or the hook to my content for ages and thinking about it. Then I would dig into like which frameworks are working. I'd go and look at lots of other people, what they're posting, what hooks matter to them this week, what things seem to be getting good impressions. And I'd spend all of this time and energy trying to figure out what was working for everybody else so that then I could apply it to my world. And then of course, it's gonna give me success, right? And all of this is just mental torture of the voice going through your head. It's like, is this good enough? How's it gonna land? Will I look professional? Will it sound good? Will people subscribe? Will they buy my stuff? The difference when you stop doing that and you start feeling a little bit deeper and getting that feeling of what you should talk about is you don't need to do any of that. The first title that comes into your mind is usually the best one. The first thing you want to build in your thumbnail is usually the best thing. That feeling of what you want to talk about on that particular day is likely the strongest piece of content because it came to you. You didn't have to search for it by thinking and obsessing and looking at lots of different creators. It just came to you naturally. It was there. And the more you do it, the more you can hear this voice, this thing. It's not even a voice, that's talk of your head. It's a feeling. It's like something in your gut comes up. And I'm sure you've had it many times where you're sat there, maybe stuck with something, and then you stop thinking about it, you give up, and then bam, there it is. It's the same if you like lose your car keys, which happens to me all the damn time. As soon as I'm like, right, forget it, they'll show up. That's usually the minute they arrive, right? And it's because you're giving yourself that chance to actually see what's going on by not filling yourself with all these ideas and thoughts and blah, 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 where this mind is constantly chattering to try and guide you to tell you what to do when it doesn't know what to do. It's just a monologue going on in your mind, making you believe that you need to listen to it. You don't. You need to shut it up. Now, people respond better to this when you post it because it's your truth. But the second thing is it makes you able to be consistent because you're not constantly trying and exhausting yourself trying to find clever ideas that are going to sound really good. Instead of doing that, you're making content in a way that you enjoy. Now for me, that manifests itself in these kinds of videos where I'm just riffing on a topic where of course I've done some preparation, I've formed the idea a bit more that came out. But I'm just sharing it and I can feel it feels good. Like another thing for me is comedy. I make comedy skits, I spot things that I think are funny and interesting in my industry, and I'll go and make comedy about them. Now, I'm not saying everybody needs to become a comedian and that you have to go out and try and be funny in all of the content, because that would be exactly the same thing as using your mind. You're like, Jack said this, it's working for him. I'm gonna go and do the exact same thing. Like, comedy might not be your thing, but you will have a thing. And you need to sit and take the time to be able to let that come out. And honestly, the best way is to just produce more. The more you put content out there, the more you produce, the busier you are, the more you don't have that much time to sit and strategize and obsess, and you get fed up, and you'll post videos and you'll see the ones that you spent an absolute age figuring out the title and doing competitive research and all that crap about looking at other people's videos to find outliers and whatever else, and then you'll post it and you'll get the same amount of views you would on that video you just did off the cuff, riffed it, put it out there, and often you end up getting better results, or at least better conversions. Like, I don't give a shit about views. I'm not ever looking to have, 1 million views on a video, because I'm not Alex Hormozy. That's not what I'm trying to do. Now, I know I said about comedy a minute ago, but I want to just make this point really, really more strong so that it makes sense for you and what you're going to find. The answer to how you solve whatever you're doing, whether it's content in your life, whatever else, is not going to be logical, okay? It's going to be one of those things where you're sitting around, you're thinking, and suddenly this inspiration comes to you from nowhere, and instead of sitting on it and thinking about it and strategizing it, you'll just go and do it, and it will feel good, right? And when it feels good, that means you're onto something. And then you keep going down that track, right? It's not going to be like suddenly, oh, this is this thing, and I'm going to go and strategize and find out if it works. Like, your thing will not be the same as my thing. We are all totally individual in how we work, how we operate, what makes us tick. So your thing is not going to be the same as my thing, and it's not going to be the same as the next person's thing. So you need to sit with that and get used to that feeling. And the more you listen to the feeling of your heart and what it's telling you, the more you'll be able to find these things with ease. You can't struggle. You can't force it. That's a mind way. Let's force it. Let's push it. You can't do that. You just need to sit and do, and eventually you'll relearn how to listen to that part of yourself that's been quietened over the years. Now, of course, there is a strategy as such underneath this, and I've mentioned it before. Knowledge is free now. People can get it from AI, they can get it wherever they want, all of the time. It's there, all over the place. You could even go and copy Alex Hormozy by putting 2,000 of his videos through something, if you wanted to. But that means there's a moat available for those of us that are willing to put ourselves out there and to be ourselves. And I think in another 12 months, that's going to be the only moat that's left. People will like you, and they'll get to know, trust you. Like I said, right? Known, trusted, bought. Now, right now, I've got my cohort open, which is the impossible to ignore cohort. It's the first one. There's 5 spots available. There's an application form for it, and it will close at the end of August. Once those 5 people are filled, then it will close, and we will start off as a cohort. And the details are all below if you want to check them out in the description. And basically, that's going to be me taking a group of people through the journey of what it takes to build this known, trusted, and bought system, so that it becomes easier for you, but also much more enjoyable, which means you can be more consistent. So yeah, let me know if you want to find out more about that. Read the details below, and I'll see you in the next one.